Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great today. I have some boho bookmarks, so grab your scraps because that's what this is all about. It is a craft fair make for my craft fair coming up, but you could also make these for gift giving. I'm showing you here, I have a variety of these metal clamps. They have a built-in hook on them, and you just clamp them onto fabric or whatever. You don't have to have these. I will leave them linked down below. Maybe you've been looking for them, but please, this is not a project that you need to run out and buy a bunch of stuff. The idea behind this and why I got excited about it and made this journal or made this video for you guys is because I wanted to use what I had in my stash and come up with something new for my craft booth. So I'm digging through this bag of scraps that I keep. So when I'm working on junk journals and stuff, I just take my little scraps, my big scraps, all of them go in this bag. They're very wrinkled. They need to be ironed. Y'all know I have like a little purple iron that I bought just for my crafts, and I can't find her. That's how messy my craft room is. She's lost. Anyways, but yeah, just grab a bunch of scraps. Look, some of these I had stamped on. I mean, anything goes. Some of these are samples. Some, came from the thrift store. Some are old clothing. Like, get resourceful. You can use anything to make these bookmarks. So, I'm going to give you different ideas as we go throughout this video, but please repurpose the things you have and you'll get to make something new. Okay. So when I'm setting up a craft fair booth, I really like to have lots of different items that are all relatable. Like, I don't want to sell candy and cards. I want to sell things that are all like relatable and artistic. So I sell my handmade journals, my handmade cards, my handmade bookmarks, and it all kind of goes together. It's all like stationery and goes together, right? So I have made like 20 bookmarks for my craft fair so far that have the portraits at the top with the collaged paper. I'm going to leave that video linked down below in case you guys missed it, but those were some that I was really excited about. And then I'm going to try to make at least 10, 15 of these to go on my table as well. I have a feeling once my mom sees these, I might not have anything left for the craft fair. I have a feeling she's going to want them. I mean, who doesn't want a boho bookmark, right? So I just layering different fabrics and patterns together here and really wishing I could find my iron, but I just make it work. I just kind of smooth it out with my hands. And, nothing needs to be precise or perfect here. This is just a very bohemian kind of handcrafted item. I think the more wonky these are, the better anyways. This is not something you're going to find at Hallmark or Target. It is an obviously handmade item. Nobody has to tell you that, right? And I love stuff like that. What motivates me a lot of times when I'm shopping at a craft fair is the fact that it's a one-off. I know I'm not going to find this somewhere else. It speaks to me for some sentimental reason, usually or artistic way, and I just have to have it because I know I'm not going to find it anywhere else. And so that's the kind of stuff I like to put on my table. Okay, so once I layered those up, I did sew around the edges, and then now I'm using these flat-headed pliers to clamp that metal clamp closed. And once it's on there, it has like these little teeth in there that just kind of dig into the fabric, and it's not going anywhere. If you wanted to go super Richard Penny on it, you could put glue on it, but that's just not necessary. I promise it'll hold. So that is that. That bookmark, I mean, I've got my foundation done, and what I did later on, once this video was over, is I made a few foundations, because that was just kind of fun in itself. Just grouping fabrics together, gluing or stitching them down to one another, and then making a bunch of those, and then going back and decorating them later. For the purpose of this video, however, I'm kind of making the foundations and decorating them individually. So I have this upholstery strip, and yes, I keep strips of fabric even like this, okay? I'm a junk journaler. I can't help myself. And look, it came in handy. So I just thought this looked even better with a strip going across the top. In fact, I felt that way about all of the bookmarks I used today. So if you don't have a sewing machine, maybe you're sewing adverse, maybe you're allergic to sewing, you can use Fabri-Tac. It's a permanent adhesive that is ideal for fabrics. So y'all know I love my line coat, and I do use it sometimes on fabrics, but if it's like a thin cotton fabric, I won't use line coat. I'll use the Fabri-Tac instead, because it doesn't really seep through too much, unless you get really goopy with it, which I do that sometimes too. I'm using it even to glue on my embellishments. You know, if you don't have Fabri-Tac, and maybe you really are just trying to make this with the things that you have in your stash, do some slow stitching. I love slow stitching because it doesn't have to be perfect, and you can tack down these pieces as much or as little as you want to get them secured together. So this green piece was kind of born from cutting off of the first piece we made. One of the things that my goal in making these was to use up a lot of my scraps, not create new scraps. So you'll notice that each one of these bookmarks I made is uniquely different. And part of the reason for that is because I was trying not to cut the scraps into specific shapes or down really small and then have new scraps left over. Because we can already tell I keep the most minuscule sized fabric scraps. It's so funny. But anyways, you know, I have joked about it here on my channel before, but there is like a Depression era grandmother that lives inside of me and makes me keep all the things. So I am using this purple fabric, just kind of like almost as like a matting layer, a backing for that top layer there of the green. It's like a faux suede. I don't think it's real suede. I think it's a faux suede, but it's really soft and nice. And so that's how I used those two, just hand trimming. Again, nothing has to be perfect. These are perfectly imperfect, exactly the way that I like things. And now I've got some Cheryl lace here. Thanks, Cheryl. And y'all can tell I use this all the time because she has blessed me abundantly. And like I even have it on my background mat there. I just love it. So I had some of this in my scrap bag. And then I had these gorgeous embroidered flowers, these appliques. Okay, so, you know, I had gotten these off of Amazon because I just didn't have anything like it in my stash about a year or two ago. And then I hadn't really used them yet. I had put them on a couple of journal covers before, but I think they're just perfect for this project. Here I was considering putting this on there for contrast, which I really do like it, but I ended up leaving it off and just leaving this one really soft. Not a lot of contrast, not a lot of craziness going on. But, you know, even as I edit this, I'm like, I don't know, I still really like it on there. So let's talk about appliques. that's what I really want to talk about here. Again, maybe you're not trying to purchase the metal things that go at the top that I put on mine, or the glue, or the appliques. Shop your closet. Maybe you have a shirt, a dress, skirt, something that is a few sizes too small or too big, and you're not going to wear it again. Maybe it has sentimental value. Maybe if you had a garment that belonged to someone that you loved, this would be a great way to repurpose that. Use the appliques, use the embroidery, something special off of it, and put it on these bookmarks. Or, the next time you're at a thrift store, perhaps you could look in a section where you might find gowns, even if they're not in your size, that have appliques on them. And maybe if they're a good enough price, that would be another way to get some appliques. Maybe a friend offers you a garment and you're like, that's not my style. But then you think, I think I can make something out of that. That is the junk journaling spirit that I love and adore, and that I try to encourage here on my channel. I really, really do. It doesn't always have to be about consumerism or having the latest product. It just doesn't. It took me years to learn that, you guys. And I make a dedicated effort to reiterating that here on my channel for you. So there is that one. All right, moving on. Here's another sample, and this one just had a sticker on the back, and so I'm going to peel that off. And then I had this super annoying but really beautiful fabric. It's like a jersey material, and it rolls up on itself, and it stretches really weird. And I'm still going to use it anyways. And I'm going to use it up and get it out of my stash. I ended up donating this fabric to the thrift store because I didn't want to work with it anymore. But this is a scrap that I have. By golly, we're going to use it. So this one is a no-sew. So all my friends out there who are not going to sew anything because they don't have to, here it is. I'm just using my Fabri-Tac. And this one I probably got too goopy with it, but in the end it looks fine. But it does show through that cotton fabric there just a bit. I could always go back and add another lace on top of it or something else, but that is how I'm keeping these together. And then I'm gluing on 3 pretty yellow flowers for decoration. And that's pretty much it for this one. I mean, I just didn't feel like it needed a ton of stuff. There's a couple of friends that I can imagine would have a lot of fun with this project. My friend Cree Rama, she has her own YouTube channel. I'll leave it linked down below. And my friend Barbie over at Nellie and Ruth Designs. I think both of them, I could see them using this idea as a jumping off point and doing something really fun with it. Here I'm showing you this broken jewelry that I buy at the thrift store, and this is why, because I wanted some like dangles and chains on this. And so, you don't have to go to the thrift store and buy broken jewelry. Maybe there's some jewelry in your stash that you're not using. I'm going to take this treasure bookmaking book from Natasha at Treasured Books, and I'm going to show you what these look like in a book. I love them. So the little charm and chain just dangle outside of the book. And I do think it's like most ideal to hang that metal piece outside of the book too. But yeah, and I also thought the charms that she has on the cover of that book would look good too. Like, you could do these a million different ways. This is just a jumping off point for you guys. I love how each one looks. Each one is special and unique and one of a kind. And that is the stuff that really gets me at a craft fair, as I already said. And that's why that's the kind of stuff I like to make and put on my table at a craft fair, because when people come across it, they're going to go, look, she only has one that has the blue flowers, and that makes me think of grandma, so I have to have that one. This is how I shop. Or, you know, the one with the yellow flowers. The yellow is my favorite color, so that's maybe one I'd be drawn to. But I think when we make eclectic things like this and we share them with friends, when we give them as gifts, when we buy them for others, that it really adds a touch of something special, because they know we were really thinking about them, or we got them something that they can't find just anywhere. These are so much fun to make, you guys. And here's one. I didn't show you how I made it, but I have this Tim Holtz Lost and Found metal piece stitched on at the top. I have some stamped fabric, lace, all the things, the charms, the chain. And I just love it so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this project. Will you give it a try? Is this something you'd put or buy from a craft fair? I'm still deciding on my price. Somewhere between $7 and $10 is probably what I'm going to charge for these. And yeah, I just love them. I think you'll be seeing more of these at the first of the month when I share what I made this month. And yeah, my goal is to have about 10 more added to my craft fair stash. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.